Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, continuing with the original Amityville trilogy, we're going to finish it off with Amityville the Demon, otherwise known as Amityville 3D. Let's check it out. Alright, we're in the familiar Amityville house, and there's a seance going on.
That family murdered.
We're about to
People
go.
all good lie in our response to it.
And some strange shit starts happening. That guy is John Baxter. He's a like an investigative reporter. But guess what? His photographer and him are there to expose it as a fraud, which it is.
Shut up! Who are you people? What the hell you want?
They're not happy about being exposed either.
Hi, Melanie?
It's Candy Clark.
How are you?
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I tell you, when I rented this place to those people, I had no idea that they... I mean, look at this.
John's going through a divorce, so guess what? He's going to buy the house.
To steal. Nobody wants it. What are you asking for?
Tess Harper plays the soon-to-be
Before the
ex-wife.
word divorce was something abstract, a legal term, and now it's real.
Look, Nancy, we both made this decision together because neither one of us were happy.
Remember all those flies from the first two films? They're back. Try to imagine this in 3D. Apparently they're killer flies. Lori Lofton plays Susan, John and Nancy's daughter.
I keep trying to tell myself. Still, I think it's ironic that this monument to paranoia and fear should now become home for my new serious life.
John starts having problems in the office too. What goes up must come down.
Only last week.
But no worse for wear.
The notice is in the car. You want to see it?
Oh, no. Let me just catch my breath.
Melanie stops over, gets a blast of wind from something. And wants no more to do with this house.
Impossible.
But so many awful things have happened there. There must be a reason.
Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. We just don't know.
Meg Ryan plays Susan's friend Lisa.
Do you know you could have sex with a ghost? Really? Yeah, really. I've been reading up on it.
She's fascinated with the house.
The master bedroom. This is where we began.
They find that well in the basement. Anyway, Melanie's got some pictures that she took at the house, or that were taken in the house, and she zooms in on one of them and finds a demon head. And she has a car accident. You think she's going to hit, these pipes are going to go through her head. But they miss. However, somehow it started on fire and she couldn't get out. That's the end of Melanie. Anyway, Spooky Lisa decides to bring a Ouija board over.
Put your finger on the glass.
Gonna be dead before next year?
No.
No, don't ask questions like that.
She's really scared.
Nancy stops over and runs into Susan, who's all wet. She'd just gone boating with the friends.
Susan, my God!
But apparently that was a ghost, because Susan
Somebody call an
drowned.
ambulance. Call. Susan, it's dead. What happened?
The boat. She fell out. I don't know.
Are you trying to tell me that that's Susan? John, that's not Susan. I just left her. She's in the house. Susan's in the house, John.
The two of them end up downstairs by the well, and what the hell is that? Just a dream.
I don't know how to handle it.
She won't see a doctor. She won't even leave the house.
I guess they're living together now. He's got a plan.
What do you got in mind, Elliot?
A scientific investigation of the house for psychic phenomena.
So that's what they do. They bring all of our TV monitors and all kinds of things to investigate the house.
Joyce, give me the attic on here, please.
And we hear things. And they capture this phenomenon on film. The ghost thing goes down to the well.
Hold it, John. Don't let her get any closer. Plus, we gotta bring out the source. We gotta force it out.
That sure as hell ain't Susan. That demon thing's appearance was the catalyst for pure chaos. They get out of the house just in time. The house is gone, but that wet basement well is bubbling away. Time for 40 more sequels. All right, let's talk about Amityville 3D. Now, I originally taped this movie off of cable. It's one of the earliest movies I ever taped. Probably taped it in maybe December of 1984, maybe January of 85. It was on cable at that time under the title Amityville the Demon. Cable didn't have the ability to show things in 3D, so they just retitled it The Demon, and there you go. It's the third movie in the series, and it was I kind of figured the original three movies are kind of like where it's at. They've ended up making like 45 Amityville movies. Most of them have no relation to the originals at all, but I consider these first three to be the quintessential Amityville movies you should see. But anyway, it has nothing really to do with the previous film other than the fact that it takes place in the same house. There's a history to this house. This reporter, I guess he's a reporter, or some sort of investigator. I don't know. He's not a cop, but he's trying to expose this man and woman who are running some sort of like seance type thing where they're talking to the dead that they take place in a house. So they manage to expose them and show that they're fake. The owner of the house thanks him for coming in, and he says, I've been trying to sell this house. Nobody wants to buy it. And the guy says, well, I'm going through divorce. Maybe I'll buy it from you. He got it cheap, so he moved in with his daughter, and strange things start happening. Of course, those flies show up, and that one guy seemed to be killed by the flies in the beginning. I don't know exactly what killed him, but it did. And apparently there's some sort of demon in the basement in that well down there. At one point, they take some pictures, and when you zoom in with the magnifying glass, look, there's a demon head in there. The daughter, played by Lori Loughlin, has some friends over, including Meg Ryan, one of the friends, plays Lisa. They have a seance with a Ouija board. Next thing you know, they all go boating. And we don't see what happens, but the next scene we see the soon-to-be ex-wife, Nancy was her name? I can't remember. She comes into the house and sees her daughter, and her daughter is all wet, soaking wet. Her daughter doesn't say anything. She just kind of floats kind of by her and goes upstairs. And when Mom chases her down, she doesn't catch her. Then she hears a commotion outside. Turns out the daughter, Lori Loughlin, Susan, is being dragged from the boat. She fell into the water and apparently drowned, and the paramedics are there and they can't save her. So she's like, that can't be Susan. I just passed her upstairs, but I guess it was a ghost. I don't know. Anyway, they have some sort of paranormal experts come and put some fancy monitors all over the house, and they try to figure out what's going on. Eventually, there's some sort of commotion in the basement of that well. This demon comes out of there and pulls one guy down, sucks him down. Next thing you know, chaos is everywhere, and everybody gets out just in time before the house explodes. So that is the end of the Amityville house. Nothing much more really happens after that. The well was still there, and it looked like there may have been some sort of life in it, but the house was gone. So that is Amityville, the Demon. Not much more happened there. So anyway, that is it. I've seen this movie probably several times over the years. In fact, it's probably the most watched Amityville movie I have, because it was an early movie that I taped. I used to watch my movies incessantly back in 1984, 85, because that's all I had. So I would watch and rewatch them. So I watched movies like The Being and Motel Hell and Amityville the Demon. I watched them a lot because the only movies I had at the time. Now I have a lot more to choose from, and I'm still watching Amityville the Demon. So anyway, that's it. These Blu-rays were put out by Scream Factory. Now, an interesting thing happened with all 3 of these Blu-rays. I watched them, a year or so ago when I first got them. But when I watched all 3 of these movies now, I've had a problem. When I stick them in the DVD player, they wouldn't play for whatever reason. I'd eject them, put them back in, and then they played fine. It's like if you stop them, but if I stop them then, and then try to play it again, they won't play. I'll have to eject them and put them back in. I don't know. I've never seen DVDs like that or Blu-rays like that before, and it's really strange that all 3 of them on this box set have done that, and nothing else is. I don't know. Don't know what to make of that. But anyway, that is it. I got them on this Amityville Trilogy box set here, which this is getting a little pricey. I think it's up in the $60 to $70 range, but I think it might be the only way to get all 3 of these. I don't know. But anyway, that's it. Check it out. Leave some comments on what you think about Amityville 3, 3D, The Demon. Watch it. Bye.